What is something that a teenager doesn't realize until they are around 25 years old?
That 2 years, 5 years, etc. is no time at all. I remember being like 20 thinking it was too late to start college now. How ridiculous.
Probably shouldn't have started smoking.
Relationships are not just about the person you like liking you back. I wish.
You are not required to be friends with anyone for any reason. Jumping through many hoops to be with people isn't worth it. You can walk away from anyone and tomorrow the same sun will rise, the rain will fall, and you will be fine. That they aren't invincible and won't live forever. The only people who figure it out earlier are the ones who tragically lose a friend or loved one, who is still young.
Life is much more expensive than you expect.
That nobody was ever thinking about them as much as they were thinking about themselves.
How absolutely dumb they were 10 years ago. Happens around 35 as well.
My parents got a lot smarter between the time I was 18 and 25. How many times you could have literally died. I can't believe I was never abducted and kept in a basement.
When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man down. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. Mark Twain.
That they were not actually functioning adults in their teens.
A lot about themselves. Many people at 25 are getting a good picture of their capabilities, strengths, weaknesses, preferences, and are really starting to know themselves.
That people aren't perfect. Some people started working at a place early, figured out that's not what they want, and start college at 32. That ideal path exists only for some people, while others have to figure life out more gradually, and that's completely okay.
That it really doesn't matter what other people think of you, although, to be fair, this took me until I was at least 30 to figure out. It's actually surprising how little other people actually think about you, if at all.
That none of the adults around you ever really knew what the hell they were doing. They were all just winging it.
High school wasn't the best time of your life.
That the mistakes I made when I was 18 to 20 were already 5 years ago and not a yesterday. It has been a long time. Having that moment of revelation really helped me to forgive myself a lot. Also, things come and go, but family, my pet, and a few good friends will always stay.
What I learned was, no one truly cares what you do for a living. At worst they'll say oh okay and then move on since it doesn't affect them. You aren't impressing/disappointing anyone. If you don't get a certain job at 23 you aren't failing. You don't need to keep all of your high school friends. Some friendships ended will be painful and quick, but necessary. Others will be a slow burn when nothing really was wrong, you both are just different now. And that's okay. Most of the people/their opinions you thought were important in high school and early 20s really do not matter, and if you don't have social media will probably never see or think about again.
For girls and women, that much older guy that thinks you're so mature, no, you're being groomed. Just how dumb teenagers are.